We're in trances, going off to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing.
Good morning, you guys. A very simple outfit today, and you can tell. Let me pan you down for just a sec. You can tell that I really need to do laundry based on my socks. I'm wearing my dog socks today. I've got my little Reformation jeans on. These are the Wilder jeans, a dish belt. This is from cotton, this shirt. It's nice and thick and boxy. And then I'm just gonna throw on a little H&M crew neck because I'm gonna go get my nails done. They are absolutely tragic. You know when they start bending? Oh gosh. Look away if this is gonna make you cringe. And that one's cracked. I honestly just wanna be decluttered completely. Like I wanna be a house cat, okay? So I think I'm gonna get almond removed. I'm just gonna get really nice, short, square nails because I am just sick of it. So I'm gonna go grab my things. We're gonna head to the nail salon, get those done really quickly. And then I'm gonna be taking you to this place that my parents are a part of. It's called Direct Buy, and they're having a pop-up, and it has to do with plumbing bits. Tell me you're in your 30s without telling me you're in your 30s, because Scotty and I need to look for taps and just things like that as we are doing our kitchen and some bathrooms and things like that. I'm gonna take you there. I don't know what to expect, which is always kind of makes for a fun vlog installment to take you with me. So we're gonna go to that, and then we'll see what this week has in store for us. A few really fun bits. So let's go. I hope you're doing super well, by the way. And I hope you had a great Easter. Actually, while I get ready and we go to the nail salon, let me throw it to a bit of footage from my Easter. I didn't get hardly any from my parents' Easter, but they put on an amazing spread. My mom made an amazing ham. It was beautiful. But here's a picture of what she did with the napkins. She's like, I was on TikTok. I was discovering really fun things. So that's a really fun way to share some Easter eggs and little mini eggs, which I adore. And it just looks so cute. And then here are some clips from Scotty's Easter up north at his aunt and uncle's house. And oh my goodness gracious, what a beautiful Easter we had. So I hope you got to have some time with family, and sending you loads of love. Let's do this.
I remember the days years ago that never fade away, and I remember your face when you hit the ground. I can recall the time and place on a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old. Back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song.
Are you loving that sunshine, little girl? Hi, Rose. Come here, sweetie. Oh, she loves the sun. Oh. Solar-powered puppy dog. Solar-powered puppy dog. Hello, you guys. I returned home. I only got a couple of shots at the salon, in and out, and I am so happy. They are short. You can't see them over top of my fingers. That's always my judgment. They will file my nails and then they'll say, okay, Amanda, check. And I will go like this. I'll pretend like I'm typing on the table. And I also just didn't want to see nail over top of my finger, but I love how cute this little tiny thin French is. And then she put it in neutral as the base and then just clear. And that's gonna grow out perfectly. I feel like I can live once again, which was 100% the goal. You guys, look at, oh, I just knocked this over. How cute is this, by the way? So this is a Kleenex box cover, and it's just so much more neutral and beautiful. And then you just pop it in the bottom there. I'll take that down below. Why not? Our solar-powered puppy dog is charging up. That's how we make sure she gets all of her energy. She will find the sun anywhere. But look at how beautiful the floor is looking. honestly can't believe this is our home. Scotty and I don't know if I said this in another video, but we would watch shows, any show. It could be a drama, a comedy, a movie, a life show, and anytime we saw floors like this, we would look at each other and say, dream floors, we want those floors. And that's our story now. It just looks so incredible. Now, tons of work still to do. There's actually still work to be done over there. And then we still have to put on the baseboards, which means this can only continue to get better. But what I don't think I've shown you is actually the couch back in situ with the rug there. How amazing does the rug look now with the combo of the maple floors? Absolutely obsessed with how this is looking, and I think Rosie agrees as well. I'm gonna send off a couple of really quick emails, and then I'm actually gonna go pick up my mom, because then I'm gonna take you officially to that direct buy pop-up, and we can kind of just see what's there, continue on with some of the home vibes, and then I should have some packages coming this week too. So fashion will be back infused into the channel. Look at this wrecking crew back together again. Time to shop. Actually, this is a really good shout. So Scotty and I really want to get a mirror that's kind of like this with the light in our bathroom. Because one, it would be so easy to show you guys products, way easier. And then two, he likes a more yellow light, but I don't know if you ever tried to put makeup on with yellow light.
Not a good idea.
You do not come out looking good. And there's all these two attachments that you can get where you can do a cutting board. All right, we're in the belly of the beast right now. We're in the back area where we're looking at all of these like warehouse bits. Like this is the absolute dream. But I think we have actually found the farmhouse sink and possibly the tap that we want to put in the kitchen. So that could be a good savings. I wish we were a little bit further ahead on our bathrooms, but I don't want to just spend money because something's on sale. I like mapping it all out. And thankfully this is on later in the week. So who knows how quickly I can map or some info that we can get. But it's always nice when you can get a deal on something of such high quality, that's for sure. Of course you're balancing on a DeWalt saw box. I'm trying to get you guys the right height. What can we do here? Is this gonna be the right height? Oh wow, this is too precarious. This is absolutely insane. 1 sec. There we go, we did it. Hello you guys. A day has passed. Actually, when did I vlog last? Yesterday with my mom at the sale for direct buy. Wow, so wicked just seeing things in person. That farmhouse sink was stunning, and measuring it up, I think it just might work. It's gonna be big. She's gonna be big, but having a nice big sink, oh, that is gonna be wonderful. I think they have another sale coming up though. So we're gonna wait till the second round, but we're getting all those numbers and trying to figure things out. I think that's one of the most fun and frustrating parts about planning a room is pulling together all of the elements. It's nice when you have them all together and you can lay them out and be like, oh wow, this looks amazing. Like Pinterest photos like this, that looks amazing. But all that took so much work to figure out. My mom and I are actually gonna go look for fabric on Thursday. So quite quickly, this channel has shifted towards a lot of home focus. And today is a very rainy day outside. Let me turn you, it might be a little bit bright at first, but you can tell it is such a rainy day. Now I have brought you down to the basement, and I think I've only ever vlogged down here twice. One when I showed you it, two when I just recall there was this one time that I brought you down here. And today, it's an absolute tip. we haven't done anything with the basement, but it is complete. Like it is, it's not furnished necessarily, but it's finished. And in the back room, this kind of room, look how weird that door is. We gotta change that too. It looks like there's a sauna in there, but it is not. In our little back storage room, I have been the culprit of emptying my closet of clothes and putting things there in bags that need to go to the charity shop. But I just have them back in our basement. It's kind of like that trope of putting the charity bag in your car and then just driving around with it for months. So, okay, this is months and months and possibly years of clothes that I need to donate. So don't judge me, okay? But, I mean, you can judge me, but there is so much here. And some of these bags and boxes, I actually have not gone through since we moved in. And I am very much avoiding the tasks that I have to do today because I'm doing my laundry. And I was starting to think I really need to go through my closet again. My brain went to, that's great, you can do that. But once you do go through those things in your closet, where are you gonna put them? I do think that, let me know in the comments below if you agree with this too. Sorry, quick yawn. I do think that there is some power in giving yourself some little lead time between putting things in a bag and then setting it aside and not just taking it straight to Value Village or the Amity shop right away. I think it's nice to give yourself a second to really think on it. Now, sometimes those things wander back into your wardrobe and maybe you don't wear them again, but that's okay, because there have been moments where I'm like, ooh, I wonder if I still got that thing. There's actually an off-the-shoulder top that I'm wondering, is it back there because that's in style now again? And it's in great condition. I just never really wore it or thought about how to style it. So I'm gonna go through all of that stuff now. I'm gonna throw on a YouTube video. This is gonna be very B-roll centric, very calm, very cozy. I've made a tea. Let me show you my mug. I think that I've showed you guys this mug before. Also, don't mind me if you can see my hair pulling out. I really need to get my hair done. But hopefully it's not backwards on screen. It might be. But it says gardeners know all the dirt. How cute is that? The laundry is almost all done. I feel like absolute superwoman. I also have a new IKEA Packs wardrobe video loading in my brain. I have it all configured on their online setting, and I just need to really find the time to pull the trigger to put it together. But the flooring upstairs first, which we were tackling in the last vlog, and maybe even some clips in this video. So let's get to it. Let's just hang out on this cozy rainy day and go through some bits. And if there's anything that I'm like, oh wow, this needs notable mention, I'll let you know. And sometimes when I'm watching vlogs and I see people just have the most ideal home ever and it put together, I'm like, wow, yeah, so aspirational. Like, I want that. I'm definitely gonna work towards that. But I gotta tell you guys, just an absolute chaotic mess. So we're here for the realness today, and that is definitely okay. The lighting here isn't super flattering, but I'm just gonna set you there. When I tend to do a declutter, I tend to watch people that inspire me a lot, like ladies online that I love their style, because then it puts me in the mode of like, okay, like, would she wear this, you know? And I know I'm not trying to build my, what does Christina call it? Fantasy self, that's what it is. I'm not trying to build my fantasy self. By the way, I will tag my friend Christina down below. You probably already follow her. She is literally the best when it comes to decluttering and saving and being really mindful about spending and different minimalism and ways of thinking about that. But yeah, so I just gotta get into it.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again?
Some incredible progress. One thing I'll say, which is some blue light from outside, One thing I'll say is it feels like I'm going through a time capsule. I also hear maybe a little tiny puppy dog has come to join me. Rosie! Darling! Was she almost here? She was almost downstairs with me. Do you want to come downstairs? Do you want to come downstairs? Anyways, it feels like I'm going through a little time capsule. Like I have so many memories in these clothes, but it also, I'm not gonna lie, it feels so good to get rid of them too. It's almost like just, I don't know, moving on, moving into the next version of who I am style-wise, etc. and acknowledging and kind of doing that Marie Kondo method where you're like, thank you for these memories. This is so fun, like whatever. Not whatever, but I think you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. And then just being like, I release you. I release you to someone else. I'm also in that debate of, I have a pile of things that I think I could actually take to a Plato's Closet kind of vibe, like a bunch of Aritzia clothes that just never were necessarily my style because I didn't know who I was years ago. And they're like in perfect condition. I've hardly even worn them. So I'm gonna see if maybe I could get some dollars from that and invest it in a piece that I absolutely adore, but we shall see. First step is just getting through all these boxes and bags.
Wait, hold on. With me together.
Oh, okay. Okay, here are a couple of things. I'm just gonna pause this. Here are a couple of things that I was like, oh, if I had that now, I might try to style it. Now, I don't know if the cream and black houndstooth makes sense, but this is the top I was looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna add this to my pile and possibly do like a styling things I was gonna get rid of reel, maybe. And these big chunky ones from H&M. They're so cozy, but they just make you look, I don't know, a bit oversized. We'll give it a
It's
go.
all gone. If I could take you back to my youth and show you what I wish I knew, my will is strong with a place to lean.
Okay, this is the deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is the one that I'm going to see about possibly getting some money back because those are some of the best bits. 6 bags to go. 1 bag of garbage that I also found in here. And we are officially free and clear in this space. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna take those over to Value Village right now. I know that there's one set of trousers that goes with the blazer that I think I'm gonna get some money back, fingers crossed for. So it's like a full suit. And I think what I'm gonna do, I don't know why I made that so dramatic. I think what I'm gonna do, yes, but that will actually be a different day because where I have to take that is a town over. So I'm just gonna take this Value Village stuff over right now to free up the space and know that if I do take things out of my closet, I do have space to put it down here just for the leeway time. So I'm gonna go do that right now and I'll catch up with you soon.
Feeling is all gone. Feeling is all
Hello, you guys. A little bit of a jump scare, maybe my little rope here. I have been doing some filming all day for a fashion video and it has been so much fun. Genuinely, I feel like I have got my little mojo back and I have so many ideas, especially for short form video, which I really want to start taking a bit more seriously and filming, have like full filming days that are just dedicated towards short form video. So I'm very excited about that, but the next video that goes up for fashion video, I'm not sure in what order it will be. So I'll say less, but I'm excited for you to see it. Very spring fashion, of course. So yeah, I have a little rack. This is for my second video that I want to shoot. And it's actually a couple days later. I gotta tell you, after dropping off all of those clothes, oh my goodness gracious, I felt so good. So what I ended up doing after I spoke to you, maybe I'll put this on, actually no, I'll just talk to you right here. So after I was speaking to you and talking to you about decluttering and getting rid of a bunch of stuff, I ended up taking all those bags to Value Village, but then there was one basket full of like Aritzia things and just higher value products, I would say. So I ended up taking that to Plato's Closet, and I made a little chunk of change from some of those clothing pieces. So I am so thrilled about that, just to continuously put that back into my wardrobe and spread the joy, make sure those pieces get worn by someone else. And so now our basement is free and clear of all of my clothing except for my wedding dresses, but those are going absolutely nowhere. I'm gonna keep those forever. However, now I do have some space to put the clothing that I am going to declutter from my closet, asterisk closets, because I have two back there, which I feel very, very grateful for. And today has been so inspiring because I have been talking a lot about staples and mixing and matching, and I made some awesome, just so me outfits, and it made me feel really good about decluttering those other pieces. And while I was going through them, I don't know if I mentioned this when I was chatting to you in the basement, but while I was going through those clothing pieces, it literally felt like I was going through a time capsule of memories. Like I would look at a piece and have a memory, and then yeah, it would just like take me back to a certain period of time. And I had to keep reminding myself that I'm no longer there, and that's okay. And even though I definitely identified with those pieces in the past, they're just not me anymore. And I feel like I really know my style now. And I really know that I like certain things. And I also really know that I could like something and at the same time, it could not be for me. So anyways, I wanted to just follow up with you on that. I'm gonna keep filming some fashion bits. I'm gonna hope to get actually a reel up. Get some messages coming on in. Oh, from my dad. I can't wait to see what he said to me. So yeah, I'm gonna film a couple of fashion bits. I was gonna film another full YouTube video, hopefully, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to, because excitingly, tomorrow morning, you and me, hopefully you'll stick around for it, we are going to be going all the way to Prince Edward County with HGTV, which will be so much fun. We are gonna go see one of the businesses that Bryan Baulmer has been changing and upgrading for local businesses. He has a new show called All In with Bryan Baulmer, and he basically flips these businesses and helps them out, and we're gonna go to one, and it's gonna be in Prince Edward County, which is so wonderful. So maybe what I'll do tonight as well is plan that outfit. I'm on second day here today, and honestly, it has been really, really good, but I think tonight I'm actually gonna have a nice everything shower and get all set and sorted, because the Uber is picking me up at 7:45 tomorrow morning, and I know that's not too crazy early, but it's gonna be Uber to Toronto, Toronto to Prince Edward County, Prince Edward County back to Toronto, Uber back from Toronto home. So it's gonna be a very long day. So it'd be nice to feel super nice and fresh. I also put on a full tan last night, and I gotta say, I think that's where the energy's coming from today. So anyways, I wanted to check in. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're enjoying this video so far, and I will see you tomorrow. It's gonna be an awesome, awesome day. I just know it.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it.
Hello, you guys. Okay, a really fun day out in Prince Edward County. So we're at this place called Wild Lot. I'll take you inside and show you what's going on there. Hopefully it's not too windy to hear me. But basically on the show All In with Bryan Baulmer, they took over this place and made it absolutely incredible. We're gonna meet the two owners as well, who are like the inspiration, the vision behind Wild Lot. And this is a farm distillery. So we're also gonna try some cocktails, and we also have some different things for lunch and all of that. So I'll show you inside. You'll get a little bit more of the vibe, and it's just so cozy and beautiful. Let's go in. Stop.
So it was actually purchased through the Suez catalog for the Great Depression. Quite literally speaking. There's 12 different botanicals. We actually have 2 gins, but for this one specifically, this is kind of the flagship. We have 12 different botanicals, and feel free if you want to actually.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a purified metal. On this machine, there's no copper coils that run all the way up the column. So when we boil it, basically, the spirit runs up, removes all the impurities, and that's what gets soaked up into the copper, and then comes out.
What's fun too? Has anybody seen these before or know what these are?
Oh, bitters, yeah.
Bitters, yes. So are you kindergarten? So many people come in though and they're like, what are these? So the bitters are actually a byproduct of the whole distillation process. So once we run, for instance, our gin, but they each kind of have their place and their 3 vodkas. So our original, as I mentioned, we also have a spicy hot pepper vodka that uses 3 hot peppers. We actually partner with them.
Red is the Haskap and apple.
Oh.
This is the pear and white and chai tea. Peach.
That was my peach.
Oh, yeah.
Peach and white tea. And then the lighter red is the gin and cherry soda.
Literally best friends. Like the absolute sweetest. No, like that's great.
Okay guys, so I hardly got to chat to you at all. So many amazing things about this place, which I'll talk to you about at home. I also got to meet Natalie today, which has been so lovely. And Michelle and I are just taking photos. She's like, I want this camera. Yes. I'll pop up some of my favorite photos up of these girlies and myself on the screen right now. And then I'll chat to you about this experience when we get home. But I hope you enjoyed the B-roll.
To watch their stories unfold, make sure to tune in to Bryan's All In on Sundays at 10 p.m. on HGTV Canada and also streaming on Stack TV.
Hello you guys, finally returned home and oh my gosh, yesterday was so much fun. I feel like we just had the best group of girlies with us and it was so nice to chat with my one friend Michelle so much more. She is so wonderful, and then I got to meet 2 other wonderful ladies. I'm going to tag them all down below. And then of course the team from HGTV, which was so fun because you guys know I love doing home bits, so that would be so fun in the future to maybe do some collabs over on social media. But today has just been one of those Saturdays. I got up really nice and early and had a beautiful walk with a friend of mine. The sun has been shining and it has been giving us absolute life. Now I'm not sure, I was wondering, oh maybe I'll put a voiceover over top of the B-roll, but I'll just tell you quickly. So owned by, I'm just checking to make sure, Ryan and Taylor, they own Wild Lot. And so they were telling us all these stories about the land up there in Prince Edward County, which is stunning, by the way. If you've never been to Prince Edward County, definitely a place to go in the summer. Now, if you're coming from the GTA area, it is around that 145, maybe even 2-hour drive. But I will say, us ladies on that bus, we have got the gift of gab. I didn't even feel as long or as arduous as I think it could have been. But it was just such a wonderful experience. It's a 35 acre lot that they bought. And we were asking them, you know, why did you call it Wild Lot? And then Ryan and Taylor were just explaining, you know, it was wild when we got it. There was over 100 cows here grazing. And those cows are now with a farmer just in like a local field as well. And they were like, we're a wild lot. And they were just talking about how they were in the corporate world for so long, the grind in 2020. I was reading something somewhere where they got let go during that 2020 period, and it was all in corporate, a lot of it in marketing, and then one of them as well as a chef. So it's kind of amazing synergy in that sense. And then they ended up purchasing this land, and I believe it was Ryan, he would go on these runs all the time, and it would kind of stop and turn around at this one street, and it's the street that is like the back street to their location now. And he runs home, and Taylor's his partner, and he's like, he comes in the door, supposedly, he's like totally out of breath, and he's like, oh my God, it's for sale. And so they have not been in the world of creating spirits or creating craft brews or anything like that before. Like, they have been learning on the go, and they have learned so much over these past few years. The branding is absolutely stunning. The cocktails that they made us were incredible, and I was a really big fan of their little spritz. And then a note as well, because this is something I always look for, because I'm not always in the mood to have an alcoholic beverage, but this time it just kind of felt like, okay, there's a time and a place. We were getting that bus drive, everyone was kind of all in, and it didn't feel peer pressury. It just felt like right, you know what I mean? But they have a ton of mocktail options as well. So if you're not interested in alcohol and you would love to have an incredible lunch, an incredible dinner, they also have that huge event space upstairs. You would have seen that in the footage where we went up those stairs, and you kind of have to duck your head in this beautiful big area above the barn. And so why we went with HGTV, again, I'm not sure if I explained this, it was all like so go, is Bryan Baulmer of HGTV. He has a new show called Bryan's All In, and it's basically helping businesses in the area just absolutely amplify and get to the point where they need to be to start turning a profit. So he helped them with a ton of stuff, but these two, like, they had done so much. So yeah, I got some amazing shots of the girlies. I always love kind of taking it upon myself to be like, okay, who needs photos, who needs things? So I'll kind of scroll through a couple of the branding shots, and then I sent these over to them as well, because sometimes you just meet people and they are so inspiring without meaning to be. You know what I mean? Like, they're just earnestly doing what they're doing and what they're kind of stuck in on, and you just end up leaving completely inspired. And it was almost like they didn't even mean to. They just had it in their DNA, and these two definitely had that. So on days like that, I just think, how can I be of service? Besides just posting stories and things like that, that we were basically brought to do. It was a gifted trip. Whew, big sneeze. They were basically like, we would love for you to share this business. So I actually shot the drone up. I hope you guys like those shots too. I've been really trying to push myself to push my content even further. And yeah, and besides that, I really loved my outfit as well. A couple of the girlies complimented me on it, and I just feel like without this sounding big-headed, I just feel like I've totally figured it out lately, what I love to wear. So doing some more style content has been so fab. And on that note, tomorrow I am getting back to it, guys, and I am so excited. For so long, I have been working for so many different people and just prioritizing those things. And it's so easy, I find anyways, to work for other people than myself. And so yesterday, or a couple of days ago, I was talking to this one girl. Her name's Danny. She's absolutely lovely, and she helps out with some content for some girlies down at the gym that I work out at and just in the general Burlington area. And she approached me over doing a couple of things, and it's one of those things where I'm just like, wow, yeah, you got to get back in the driver's seat, girly. And I'm talking to myself here. So we are going to be doing an amazing shoot down in Niagara-on-the-Lake. I'm going to be teaching her a lot about just different ways that I take photos. I'm definitely going to ask her to take the content on my gear, which would be awesome for my own editing, of course, but then to really play with reels. I'm finishing up editing my YouTube video, my style one for Spring Essentials, so this will be out after that one goes live, so I will put that up in the corner if you haven't seen that yet. And then for these two, I just got recently a few pieces from Lily Silk, and sorry about the lighting, it's just dazzling in here, it's gorgeous. But I'll tag these pieces down below. I also have a discount code, but I'm gonna be doing my own YouTube video for those, and extended, not just for them, but these are the pieces I chose. And oh my gosh, they are so stunning. Like, that is so me. And then just a couple of the other bits. And I also found these little cute sandals at Target when I was shopping with my mom. Those ones and the ones in the raffia. So that reminds me. I desperately, I'm in my sweatpants too. It's just been an admin day. I desperately need to paint my toenails. So, andiamo. I am so grateful to have you here for following along. It allows me to do opportunities like that, and it is 100% not lost on me that building this community is truly one of the greatest joys of my life, and I cannot wait to share more of tomorrow's content. I'm wondering, I might end the vlog here, and if I do, the beginning of the next one will start with going out tomorrow. I think that might be a good way to go. So, I love you. If this is the last clip, I can't wait to see you in the next one, and I hope you do, if you're not a part already of this cozy little nook of the internet, I hope you do join. Love in the sunshine. We'll see you in the next one, guys.